look now back at the two matches with Undertaker at WrestleMania 25, and I'll say this every night, it could have been Vladimir Kozlov. That's who he'd be in a match. It could have been Undertaker versus Vladimir Kozlov. See, I'm respecting the faith. But you have the match at WrestleMania 25, which steals the show, and it's the first match since Savage and Steamboat. People say, that might be the best WrestleMania match. And then you go back the next year and you have this career versus streak match, and you retire. Like, it's almost like you couldn't have gone out in a better note.
Yeah, well, and again, I can't disagree, and that's why, for what it's worth, that's one of the reasons it makes it easy to stay away. It really does. It makes the decision not to return that much easier. I always tell everybody I wouldn't have retired, wouldn't have agreed to it if I wasn't ready to do it anyway. But when it goes that well, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's that feeling that you have. Like, again, forget sentimental, whatever. Your first kiss, your first this, whatever it is, and I don't know. Then you spend the rest of your life chasing that, and I just, as opposed to spending the rest of my life chasing it, I just decided to not mess with it. Again, it comes a point in time where I don't know, I guess, I feel like from the time I was 19 years old, I started out painting this picture. And then at 44 years old, and honestly it was, part of it, I get, and I will always get emotional about this stuff. It was coming back from WrestleMania 25, and it was in Houston, we were driving back, and I was thinking to myself, like, my goodness, I'm not sure if it gets, any better than what just happened last night. I had I just had the most content, peaceful feelings driving back with my family, going back to San Antonio, and it was just, I just sat there and thought to myself, I feel like I am absolutely living the absolute greatest, there's something that's called the abundant life. And I just felt like, oh my God, I'm living it like this. You know what I mean? And I just thought, I looked over at my wife, who was driving, because I'm not allowed to drive. And I said, something, honey? I said, I think maybe that should have been the one to end it on. And she was like, really? And I said, yeah. I said, you know what? I said, for the first time ever, I'd be okay if it was over today. And she said, well, maybe it's time we start thinking about that. And anyway, and that just started. So the point is, I started at 19, painting this picture, and at 44, I was just, I had the opportunity to really just to sit back and to look at it. You know what I mean? And go, you know what? Gotta go. Sorry. But it is. I'm going to tell you right now, 95% of it is y'all's fault. Had you just not paid attention or not acted like you cared or whatever, I'd have been fine. But the thing that, again, it always seemed that you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And so it was. I sat and I looked at it, like, God, that's beautiful. It is, it's beautiful. And so for the first time ever, Shawn, don't do anything to dig it up. You know what I mean? Of course. But I am romantic about professional wrestling, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's why I'm back teaching those boys, to make sure, they take care of it as well. When Brett realized that, like, okay, when he heard me say enough times, like, hey, what? It's not like I was thrilled to be that dude. It isn't like I ever, when I was, 12 years old, 15 years old, I sat at home going, I don't want to just be a pro wrestler. I want to be a pro wrestler, and then when I'm in it, I want everybody in that industry to hate my guts and be the most hated guy in the wrestling business.